What If It's Cool is proudly brought to you by Respo Clothing. Feel like a champion by wearing the merch from all the stars, including Luke Resner, B Squared, Savannah Rowe, John Stop Action, Nova Nichols, The Cooters, and my personal favourite, Conflict Axiom. So feel like a champion by checking out Respo Clothing. They can be found on Facebook and on Instagram. In the mood for some wrestling? Make sure to check out the Melbourne Wrestling Show every Thursday at 10 PM on Channel 31. Need a custom entrance video, graphic, or hype reel made? Make sure to check out Goated Wrestling Media on Instagram so you too can be the greatest of all time. Want your best dance moves or sporting event captured on film? Make sure to check out Have a Nice Day Productions, where every day is a nice day. Need some promo shots or your event filmed and edited? Or make sure to check out Adrian Cassar Media for all your media needs. Want to stand out from the crowd with an amazing photo shoot? Or make sure to check out Jamsta Photography so you too can stand out from the crowd. You know, normally I would start this episode with a joke with my name in it and all this stuff, but, you know, you would have to be the most vile, disgusting, disturbing, and just downright evil human being that I've ever met. I'm guessing that's what people want me to say at the start of this fucking episode. Hi, I'm the virgin known as Daniel Paul Crow. Don't ask. And with me is the supreme overlord of virgins, Nate Hunter.
Whoa, let me just stop you there, DPC, because you're not going to introduce me like that and bury me on your own show as soon as I get on. So let me do my own introduction for you, dipshit, and bleep that out. And you bleep that out, yeah?
Yeah.
I am Nate Hunter, Australian wrestling's fastest rising star and the golden child of every promotion I freaking work for. Okay. Now, ask me a question.
I'm just like, you just censor yourself. I've never known you to censor yourself like that. That's
Sorry?
Fuck. Huh? You just censor yourself. You're like, freaking. I'm like, no, you can say fuck. You can swear on this.
Yeah, because you can beep it out for me, can't you?
No, I don't bleep the swears out. Just the C word. That's the only thing I bleep out now.
Well, you better bleep out every swear word because I told you to.
Oh my god! Don't forget you work on Blue Team on this fucking show. So you know I signed the contracts. Yeah, you know, and it's my rules, not yours. Okay?
Yeah, you do, don't you? What about the funny business you pulled on Saturday, huh? Or that contract you signed, huh? Huh? What was that about? Huh? I go out there, post-match interview. Jay's trying to strong arm me, and I find out you're talking to him in the back.
Hey, he's the one who came up to me, man.
Yeah. I'll remember that. It's fine. Yeah, one day I'll break your neck. It's fine. One day I won't.
Do you want me to suspend you again?
I'll find you in a dark alleyway in Pipeworks, and I'll show you what's up.
Oh my god, this is the shit I have to put up with him when I'm in character. Yeah, I know.
What's a character? I don't know what a character is. I don't know what you mean. Everything about me is real. So yeah.
Except your hair. Now I wanted to ask you firstly because having known you off camera. It's now officially a year that we've known each other, isn't it?
Almost a year, yeah. I remember seeing your ugly face at Sunbury Memorial Hall around about a year ago now, yeah.
No, but I think I saw you. Can't remember what it was. It was definitely Mayhem, but it was a training set. I don't know. I can't remember. There was something, so I knew a bit about you, but not like a lot. And then you come up to me and you call me a virgin, and you know Jay also gives me a big hug, but you just give me nothing but shtick through the entire time. But still, that's just brotherly love, I guess. How did you discover wrestling? Not getting into the business, but actually discover wrestling as it started.
How did I discover?
As you started. Yeah.
So I discovered wrestling when I was about 4 years old. At my nonna's house. I'm Italian. Me, my uncle, and my dad were just kind of flicking through channels, and my uncle just kind of put on an episode of SmackDown. And I remember my first visual from wrestling is Batista choking Mark Henry with a cable in 07 SmackDown. And from that point forward, every Sunday I'd go to my nonna's house, I'd watch SmackDown. And then I started to watch Raw at my other nonna's house after school, and I'd go to my other grandmother's house. So it became a weekly ritual. Raw on the Wednesday on Fox 8, SmackDown on the Sunday, at my nonna's, or catch it on the Friday if I was at my nonna's after school on the Friday because
Mm.
SmackDown wasn't live back then. Um, and yeah, started collecting the figures. I'm an only child, so pretty spoiled, and here we are, actually
You
doing it.
call,
Yeah,
and you call me fucking old, like you're just making references to shit. I was just like, oh my God.
yeah,
Oh
you are
seven oh
old,
eight.
but that's
Huh?
fine. You are old, but that's fine.
Fuck you.
You
Well,
are.
I don't look that old though, do I?
Oh, nah, you don't look a day over 20.
Oh, thank you. No, but like you make a good point because it wasn't live, but for a lot of people it's so hard to watch because it like back when I was a kid, and again showing my fucking age, it used to be on Channel 9 on
Yeah, yeah.
so if you're lucky, it was at 11 o'clock on a Saturday
They
morning.
brought that back because they used to
Hmm?
have it on Go at like 11 p.m. But I would
No, no,
always
no,
be like,
no, no.
oh,
Talk about sorry. I didn't mean SmackDown. Sorry, I meant WCW was on.
oh,
So
okay. Oh,
Nitro was on.
oh,
It was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I know, right?
yeah.
That was on at 11 o'clock on a
Yeah.
Saturday if you were lucky, because most
Awesome.
times it was like at midnight or whatever.
What about
Uh,
99
Hey,
Raw? When was that on?
99 Raw. That was on Fox Sports One.
Yeah.
Trying to remember exactly the time. It was on a Tuesday, and I
Yeah?
want to say it was 9 o'clock at night.
Okay. See, there you go. You're teaching me something for once. Usually it's the other way around, but there you go.
Yeah, I know. That was
Yeah.
Sunday. What was funny was Sunday Night Heat was always on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is we were 4 weeks behind every show.
Yeah,
It
it was
wasn't
annoying.
until
It was ridiculous. That's why I had to watch it at my nonna's house because it was just ridiculous. Yeah.
no, it's
I,
it like
I
by the
never
time
had
you
Fox.
got to it though. By the
I
time you
never
got
had
to it though.
Foxtel at my own house, so I used
Yeah.
to have to go to my grandmother's and watch it. Yeah.
No, but by the time you started watching it, we were already up to date. I think we caught up in I want to say it was 2003 because I was still in high school when we finally caught up.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say that I was one of the instigators of this one, but I did say it on a previous episode that I would actually call up Foxtel asking why isn't certain pay-per-views on, because like WCW was, although it was 2 weeks behind, we were getting the pay-per-views on time.
Yeah.
But WWF we weren't getting it, and then finally I think it was '99. I think it started with WrestleMania. I think, could be wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and
don't know.
then yeah, yeah, you weren't even born, mate. You were
I
still
wasn't. I was still a little
little swimmer.
yeah, I was a little swimmer, yeah.
Let's keep it a little bit PG here. You're a little swimmer, yeah?
A naturally talented swimmer at best. Yeah, but watching it was on and off though because I'd always get banned from watching wrestling because I tried to do the Matt Hardy leg drop off my nonna's couch. She had like a really high couch. I'd go, oh, I'd do the leg drop on her couch. And when the Nexus Cena angle was happening, I'd pretend I was fighting off the Nexus with John Cena. Like
Oh, I thought you were going to
I'd wrestle the
imitate.
Invisible Man, and I'd be leg dropping the floor and doing the flare knee drop thing. And
No, I was thinking you were going to reenact Daniel Bryan and or something like that. I don't
no,
know.
no, no. I'll never. Well, as a 7-year old, you're not really a Daniel Bryan guy. Cena, I liked Ray.
Yeah, some people don't ever grow out of that, you know. Chrissy B.
Yeah. When in high
Um,
school, Daniel Bryan, Nigel, Punk, I started to love them. But
Look, I think for me, obviously, like different generation, but you're right. Like I was always a Hulk Hogan fan.
yeah,
I'm not anymore, obviously.
yeah, yeah,
Not just because of the the usual stuff, but just because like now I realize how limited he was and his matches. Like there's honestly like maybe one or two matches that I can go back. Oh, sorry, three that I can go back to. Because like obviously the Andre match at WrestleMania 3, the Goldberg match from Nitro where he lost the title to Goldberg, and then
yeah.
obviously the Rock from WrestleMania 18. Those are the only three matches
Hogan's
I
the
can
man.
actually think.
I love everything Hogan does. I love Hogan. I love Hogan Taker. I think Night Survivor Series, the one where Flair puts the chair out.
The one that
Taker goes over dirty.
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that.
Nah, but even then, like
Hogan's
no.
comeback. He's lighting him up, and the place pops when Taker drops
Oh
the knee.
wait,
It's the best
I've
thing.
got
It's
I've
the
got
best
I got
thing.
a fourth match that I can actually add to
Yeah,
this because I still watch it because I still think it's actually really good.
yeah,
Um, and I'm probably the only one that does it.
yeah,
His match at the King of the Ring,
yeah.
where he lost it to Yokozuna.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it is about that, but like I remember watching that. I was 11 because I was watching it on VHS, and I just thought it was a fucking amazing match. And I still think it's
Hogan can't do no wrong in my eyes. I love Hogan matches. I love it. I love it. He's the best. He's a man.
Even the
I love it.
infamous chair shot that he gave to Conan.
I'm not really, I'm not too familiar with that stuff. I watch a lot of his like 90s run pre WCW. I watch like a bit of his late 80s stuff. Like I love Hogan Warrior. It's like one of my favorite matches too. Hogan Warrior.
One of the other ones we that it never really gets brought up, and it's only when someone puts it on TikTok or does a little video about it. Is his time in Japan? Like that's I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
that
yeah.
Hogan. I
But
really want that Hogan to come
I
in.
don't watch Hogan. I don't watch Hogan though to do go behinds on the waist locks and get out of the cartwheelie hammer lock things. I don't watch Hogan for that. I watch him for this and dropping the leg and getting over, brother, and making money. Getting over and making money. That's why I watch Hogan.
Oh,
But it's
fair
different.
enough.
It's different though. Like for a trained professional wrestling eye watching Hogan to a fan who isn't familiar with what we do, like you look for different things if that makes sense. Like
Mm,
I admire his crowd work and the way he was able to make so much money, and that type of thing. The
mm.
moments he makes in the rings, that's what wrestlers value. The moments. It's not about the moves, about the moment. But yeah, for a fan, I see where you're coming from. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah,
But even with Cena, like I'm from that era that actually generally hated Cena because of it was very generic. It was
yeah, yeah,
same shtick every now and again.
yeah,
We're now like what 6 years? No, 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 not even more than that. Maybe 7 years out of Cena becoming the face of the company.
yeah,
I now reflect on his time and everything, and when people say he's the greatest of all time,
yeah.
I have to fucking agree with him
Yeah,
with
he's one
everybody on
of.
that.
Yeah, like I mean, Cena. What was so great about him in that time? Like you were watching him when you were an adult,
Yeah.
so you'd obviously be sick of him, but the kids would love him, and that was what was so great about Cena within that 2010s 2000s period was that there was atmosphere when he wrestled. Not everyone
Mm.
was just cheering him or booing him. It was like, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? There were, the kids might cheer for him and the adults might boo for him. That's atmosphere. That's what wrestling is. It's like footy. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're eliciting a reaction, that's all that matters in wrestling. So, yeah, Cena,
Exactly.
one of the goats for
But
sure, man. But yeah,
no, but
like,
even then, when you the one thing that has always stand out in my mind now, as opposed to anything that anybody else can claim to be, the face of the company or the greatest of all time when it comes to wrestling,
oh,
he went into a match knowing that there could be a fucking riot. He could possibly get
Cena. Oh,
stabbed
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. Cena,
shot
yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
ECW One Night Stand
Yeah,
2.
that's the best. Yeah, that's the best.
Now,
I love
if
that
this
match.
was anybody else that we put in that category, they probably wouldn't fucking gone out. But Cena, like the champ that he was, fucking went out there, had a decent match. I wasn't gonna say it was a great match, but it was a
I love it.
decent
I
match.
love that match.
And
The
he
best.
really represented, not only just the company but the sport itself. Like, he went out there knowing that he could possibly get these things, but he's like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna, do what I do because I love this business and I'm the champ. So
Yeah, no,
he's
that's
the
awesome.
greatest.
Awesome
Yeah,
match. It's a good piece of business.
yeah.
Edge comes out, screws Cena. Edge, the greatest heel of the 2000s. Don't at me. Yeah. What's a heel? Sorry, I don't know what a heel is. Stop making me. You're making you're making me
I'm
talk.
making you break
I
character.
don't know what you're talking. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. We're going to get off topic all the time on this one because that's what we do in real life anyway. But I have to point out something that I fucking love and I can't wait for you to put it in full production was your fucking piece of merchandise this past Saturday at Alpha Pro Wrestling. Nate Hunter is my favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna and what I would do just I would buy that shirt and I'll put something on the back to my mum.
I was about to walk out with him. We're in the back, and I was like to Jay, and like
Mm.
Jay saw my top, and he started laughing. Yeah, yeah. And he goes, "Oh my god, if I knew, I would have asked you to make me one too, and get the." And he would have got duct tape and put Jay, like right Jay. And Jay Hunter is my favorite wrestler. I'm like, so yeah, might do something funny. We'll see how we go.
Oh, you could do that. It could be like kind of like what happened with and again, this is showing my fucking age.
Yeah,
What the Fleet Bros did, or what are they called now? The Natural Classics.
yeah, yeah.
Because Stevie had a T-shirt called Stevie's Better, and then someone, and I think someone either gave it to Tome or Tome made one. Same thing, duct tape put Tone's Better,
It's awesome. Yeah,
and
yeah,
that was fucking amazing. That's some of my best and fondest memories of them was that T-shirt was just
yeah.
fucking tops. Um,
Be flying. It's gonna be flying off that merch table when it comes out. It's gonna be flying off.
mm. Well,
All the good looking girls are gonna be wearing them in the crowd. Trust me.
I wanted to before we go into your career and everything, I do actually want to talk about your merchandise because I don't think anyone really knows this. So you have, obviously, photos of yourself, but also drawings and stuff. Who
Yeah.
is the animator of those drawings?
Me. So yeah. So I've got. It's really funny because the actual pictures of myself sell better than the drawings of me
Oh,
doing it.
really?
Yeah, they do. They do. It's really annoying. It's really annoying. But yeah. So I do have those. They're still there though, because they don't sell, but it's okay. They're there. And yeah, the 8x10s fly off. I sold out of the Hunter wrestling tops
Mm.
at the. It was really funny at the Relentless Rumble. I was in the ring for a second and I sold more merch than like when I talk about that night, like it's not a night that's fond in my memory. You know, I got eliminated by the Musketeer in a second. Um, Xavier St. Clair needs Xavier. If you're watching this, you need to do your job a bit better. You know, I'm paying you for a reason, you dipshit. Um, but you know, so I spoke to him after the match. Yeah, so they were like after it did that, I went. I mean, I think maybe been a bit of the fact that Ant Cavill was standing next to me. I don't know. Maybe he was a bit like but everyone was buying them, buying them. It was great. I made a lot of money that night, so keep buying my stuff, dipshits. Yeah.
I would really love to see you and John Stop Action have a merch off and see who actually sells the most merch.
I probably won't because sometimes I'm a bit lazy and I don't bring it to the shows. I should bring it to every show, but sometimes I don't.
So that you got to get that out of your mindset. You need to bring your merch in
It
because I
costs
think
money to make it too. Like, you got to think
I
about it.
I know that, but I think I've even said to you, if you had some merch, I probably you would buy, it. And I would
You
buy
say
that.
that, but when I bring it to Alpha, you're not buying it. So what's
You
this?
didn't you didn't bring the fucking shirt,
Contradictory
did you?
statements. I'll
You
bring it,
didn't
and
bring
you
the
better
shirt.
buy every piece on the table. How about that?
I'll buy the shirt. I'm not gonna buy every fucking piece. You know,
Every fucking piece. I want to see you wear it
times are
in
tough,
commentary.
mate. Uh, Speaking of merch, you should probably invest in some what if it's cool merch if you want to get one. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
the photo there of the t-shirt if you want to get one. DM me or any of the team on what if it's cool, and we will get one out to you as soon as possible. It's 30
yeah.
bucks.
I'll second that also. You know, if you want a nice car rag to wash your car with, or what if it's cool t-shirt, it's very good. It's a very good piece of merchandise. What's your next
What?
question, Daniel? You got a list of something?
Why did I agree to have him on? Why did I agree to have him on? How did you actually discover Australian wrestling?
Like I said, off camera prior,
Hmm.
I used to go to the Estonian Ukrainian hall shows, um, as a teenager, like in year 9, year 10,
Yeah.
when MCW would run. So I kind of knew, but I wasn't like following it like you. I'm not a virgin like you. Like I wasn't following it like a keyboard warrior like you. But I'd watch them here and there. Always watching the Fed. Um, at Supernova, they used to have the AWF come.
Yeah.
I remember DDP came out and hit a cutter on someone. I think it might have been Josh. Like I don't know. My coach,
Yeah,
Jakes.
I'm pretty sure it was Josh. Oh
Shout out
shit,
Josh.
hang on, we like to call him that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, JXT.
he
Sorry,
won't care.
sorry.
Um,
Yeah, you know,
Him
but
at the cutter. I
I'm
remember I'm
not
like one of the
that close
only
with him.
people. I'm one of the only people in the crowd that go, "Oh my god, it's DDP! What the hell is DDP doing here?" And like no one knew because it was all like comic book nerds. So
Virgin.
and no one knew. Obviously I went to Supernova before I started getting laid. Like obviously, like after that point, like, what the hell's a comic book? But yeah. So I remember, yeah, and like yeah. So that
All
and
right,
then
I'm calling
when I,
this out on camera right now. Do you want to tilt your camera to a little bit to the right
you
of
get
you?
Daniel, don't make me keep this interview on track. I'm still finishing my story. Don't interrupt me again. I'll smack you silly next show.
Yeah. All right.
As I was saying, so in year 12, I used to think it was something you could train to do in America. Like I didn't really know you could do it here. And I remember listening to the Stone Cold podcast while I was studying in year 12. And I remember every wrestler they'll go and be like, I went to wrestling school. I went to wrestling, and I was like, there's no wrestling schools in Australia. No way. Like I thought it was they. I don't know how they did it. Like the Aussie wrestlers. And they ended up looking it up when I got my license. Found an NCW Academy. Went there for about a year and a bit. That unfortunately closed down. And then I started training at Relentless, and the rest is history. Got broken in on a showcase show and haven't looked back. And love it. It's my weekly
No,
little
I didn't
obsession.
know that you were at the MCW Academy.
Yeah, so I was initially trained by Jay Andrews, Mitch Waterman, and Miami. Um, R&D.
Ah.
Um, yeah, so I was initially trained by them. Yeah, and then moved once it closed down.
What motivated you not to go to well, so when they closed down to oh my God, I'm trying to think of the bloody George Julia's one, because that would have been somewhat closer, maybe,
I don't know.
I would say.
I didn't really hear about it or anything like that.
Yeah.
A friend of mine that I trained with, um, he went to Relentless, and it's a really good school, like really insightful. Like Josh and Phil were taking classes and stuff. He's like, you should come.
Mm.
Shout out Rowan. Um, and then I went there and I loved it too. I was like, wow, great coaching. Really approachable coaches. Probably, yeah, like you know what I mean. Really great school. Made a lot of friends there, and yeah, haven't looked back. It's a great
Wow.
place to train. I love going there every week, and yeah.
Well, I've got to ask this because I've had JXT on. I haven't had I've got to be very careful when I say this. Fox and Jake
Bill,
Navarro on yet.
Bilski, let's
I
Oge.
can't.
Okay.
I've been warned not to say that. I don't know Fox very well. I've met him a few times, but I haven't. I don't think I'm worthy enough to call him that yet. Although I've accidentally called that to his face by accident.
He won't care.
Ugh.
He wouldn't care.
Look, I love Fox, but I don't think I've reached that point where I can actually call him that.
Tom Phil, it's his name. It's his nickname. If you're scared.
I've always known him as Fox.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm not a grandpa. I forgot. I forgot. Sorry.
Fuck you. Um,
Yeah.
no, but what out of the three, what's your best stories with all three of them as coaches?
Um, Obviously, great coaches really also Sid Parker and Erica Reed
Mm,
also take classes, and they're two coaches that have also taught me a lot.
mm.
Um, Also, Erica Reed, she's a despicable human being. She got lucky at Anarchy Rules too. I can't wait to break her neck one day if I ever wrestle her again. But she's a good coach. Um, they taught me a lot also. But yeah, all very patient, approachable coaches. A very good team environment. I've got a funny story.
Yeah, go
I
for it.
actually, I'll say it. It's funny. So one day I was
Wait, who does it involve?
Jake, Sid, and Josh.
Oh God.
Um, so I was driving to training one day, and and I accidentally cut someone off on the freeway, but I wasn't trying to be a dick. Like I just accidentally cut him off, and this guy was hightailing me down a bend 70 road, and I'm doing 90, and this guy's up my tail, yeah, and he's
Yeah.
swearing, he's pantomiming, he's like Fuck, bah bah bah. We get at a red light, he's trying to get out. We go at a roundabout. I go to indicate right and keep going straight. He goes to follow me all the way to wrestling school. I pull into wrestling school like Vin Diesel in my car. And like I think Josh and Sid were taking a private, and Jake was personal training someone. He was like on the bench
Yeah.
pressing someone. And they're like what the? And I run in without my bag, and I'm like, there's a guy following me. And Josh and Sid are taking a private, and Josh goes, let's go get him. Where is he? And so and Zed Nitrox was there like putting his knee pads on or whatever he's doing. So this man is circling the block of
Yeah.
the Relentless Gym, like this industrial area, and you've got me, Josh, Sid, Jake, and just Zed Nitrox is just standing there, and like this trainee, and we're all in the driveway staring at this guy circle the block. And he just looks straight. There's like six men, and it's just funny. Six men, and he just and looks straight and just. Well, that's a funny story. And we're all like kind of like waving, like hey, and he like kept driving. Yeah, funny story.
What a dickhead! Like,
Yeah, I obviously would have beaten the shit out of him. Like he's lucky Xavier wasn't there because Xavier would have probably broken his neck like a chicken. Um, but yeah. All right, what's your next question?
no, I'm just shocked that you tried not to be a dick for a change. That's weird.
When did I say that? What did I say that made
You
you
just
think?
said that I wasn't trying to be a dick in that story.
Oh, when I was driving. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I don't want to get fined. I always play by the law, as you can tell by my wrestling matches. I never break the law.
by the law. What the fuck?
The law and the road rules, the law. The road rules are not the
No,
law.
I thought you were talking about Crystal. I'm like, yeah, you play with him. I don't know. Well, you did for a little bit.
I did, yeah. We were friends
Yeah.
until He
Yeah.
unfortunately got her shit out.
Yeah.
V's
I'm gonna
up,
bring
V's
back
down.
some. I'm
V's
gonna
up,
bring
V's
back something.
down. V's up, V's down.
The verdict.
Jay's been a piece of shit in your absence, Chris.
God, I miss Chris Law. I really do.
Don't tell Jay
Um.
that.
Hey.
Don't tell Jay I called him a piece of shit.
Oh, he's probably gonna watch this and go on. He probably, you probably set him up for that one. Yeah. Yeah. I usually do.
He almost beat the crap out of me on Saturday because he heard what I said in the Happy Car video. So
Mm,
anyway,
oh,
yeah,
well.
what were you gonna say?
Well, what I was going to say was, like, obviously you did your training and everything, but how long before you actually debuted?
Um, so I was training for about a year and a half all up. I debuted in about October of 2023.
Hmm.
Started in May of 2022. Then started at Relentless of May of 20. I'm very bad at maths. I'm good at everything, but bad at maths. So what's that? May, June, July, August, September. About 5 months at
Yeah.
Relentless, and then a year and a half all up.
So that was that at the showcase you debuted, or was that at
Yeah, so I wrestled
Yeah.
Fun Time Phil Let's Oj. Wrestled
How,
him at the showcase. He got lucky, but yeah,
all right. How did that match go?
went good.
Talk me
Went good.
through
It
it.
was fun.
Talk me through it. Like what? Like because like I failed to believe that that there was it just all went good. There had to be something to happen there.
It was good.
Because you're smiling like, oh yeah, that went well. So
No,
what happened?
it's a good like it went great. Up until the point where I lost, but nerves obviously. Nerves. Tanning the night before was an experience. I never fake tanned before, so tanning the night before was an experience. Um,
That's just blowing my mind. I didn't realize you fake tanned.
yeah,
I
every
thought.
wrestler fake tans, brother. You got to
No,
fake.
I thought you were doing the spray.
No. I do the Bali Body Ultra Dark. It's
Oh, okay.
more. It's just easier to get to. Like drive and get some person
Yeah,
spray.
I know, but no, well, I shouldn't say I know because I've never done it. But like, I know, I
You
hear it's
should.
a lot
You should,
easier.
beautiful. You should. You look great in the commentary table with a nice golden tan. No?
The last not to go too personal. The last time I had a tan, you're right. I do look, gorgeous with a tan. But like, I I just don't like standing for that long. I mean, I even the spray tan. I've done that before, and that was just like ugh.
You
Uh,
look like Filipino Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman tan. You know Paul Heyman tan. Like you can see. Anyway, back to my story.
I
So
can do that.
I was I was very nervous. Very nervous. I remember like Josh saying, just go out there, have fun. Before I went out there, and this made me more nervous.
Mm.
Um, and I remember before the show, my music played. Like they were testing sound. And
Yeah.
I come out to the best song ever, "Serious" by the Alan Parsons Project, the Chicago Bulls song. And I remember Josh just going, Michael Jordan, that's like me coming out to the Pokemon song. And I'm like, it's two completely separate things. Like, come on now, like, just cut me some slack. And he's like, all right, come out to it, but like, I'm like, trust, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And it's been my song ever since. But yeah, did the match. It was good. All the nerves went away. I was wrestling still, so fairly easy up until when I lost. Um, that guy just eats chips and expects to win. Um, and yeah, went well. Family was there.
Yeah. And they were proud.
Yeah, I got humiliated. I lost. And, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
He
Nah. I'm just a little.
farted in my face. I missed the elbow drop and he farts in his hand and puts it in my mouth. Then boots me in the jaw. Bull crap. To this day.
Oh God,
To this
that's
day,
just
it's the one loss that follows me. Fun time Phil. Not Oj, Phil. Not Oj at all. If you're watching this, it's probably not. But
oh my
yeah.
God. No, but like in saying that though, but like with JXT saying it's like him coming out to the Pokemon thing, actually don't get those two.
No, because he's trying to
It
say
doesn't.
like when I come out, like they'll think of like it's a fair argument. Like when I come out, they'll think of like the Chicago Bulls and not Nate Hunter, but
I mean, I get that, like to a degree, but I remember the first time I saw you live, which was Energy
yeah, yeah,
One, I
yeah.
think, Alpha Energy One. And I just went, oh, this guy just thinks he's a fucking superstar. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that
I am a
I went through
superstar.
my mind.
I am a superstar. I'm the best wrestler under 25 in the country. Those things are true. Um, but yeah, that's the point and reason why I play it. Like, who else came out to that song? Michael Jordan, right? And I'm the future Michael Jordan of professional wrestling. So that's why I come out to it because I'm the best
Mm,
wrestler going right now. Nate Hunter. The reason why I say it's my mat because it is. I run that. No one out wrestles me on that mat.
well, we'll see. We'll see what happens at the next Alpha event because you're taking on Happy Kai, someone you know very well, and you've lost a few times too, and your big cousin Jay.
I am.
Mm.
And you played funny business to make that match, didn't you? You know what Happy Kai? You know what you and Happy Kai remind me of, Daniel?
What?
An annoying ex-girlfriend. Like I do my job too well, right? I do my job too freaking well, and now I just can't get you out of my hair. I'm at McDonald's, you're following me down the street in your car. That's what you remind me of. Yeah? Can't get you out of my hair. I get the Alpha contract fair and square. No one helped me. No one helped me. You saw it. Who helped me win that? No one. Um, I go to cash it in, and you're playing funny business on me making my big moment, my big coming out party, a triple threat.
You're coming out? What?
My coming out party, the moment I win the belt and I prove I'm the best wrestler under 25 in the country because I got the hardware over this freaking shoulder to prove it.
Last time I checked, belts are meant to go around your waist, not your fucking shoulder, man.
It goes
But
wherever I want it to go. Yeah, don't
yeah,
get
yeah.
ricky with me here. I'll smack the piss out of you at Alpha.
See, I think you are not seeing the underline of all this
Sorry?
because Jay actually came up to me first,
Mm.
right? And handed me his contract where it says, he gets an automatic rematch. So not my fault. I think you're taking it out on the wrong person, man.
Don't don't start. And the people just add to it. I've got an issue with the professional wrestling fan. Um, they all smell bad. They all my metal, their sweaty palms. Nice to meet you. There's a reason why I hate them. There's a reason why I don't pander to them like Happy Kai does. And Jay's starting to pander to them. He's telling me to shut up in front of the paying customer. Jay, we got to work together. It's fine.
In saying that though,
I had to tell him. I had
Happy
to tell
sells more
him
merch than you though.
who sells more merch.
Happy.
Yeah, because he's a dipshit. Well, he panders to them. He massages, and it's. I don't know why anyone likes him. He every time I've wrestled Happy Kai, when we locked up, he whispers in my ear, "I've got a knife in my pocket. Go down." That's why I lost to him last time because he threatened to stab me in the ring.
He's at St. Albans. What do you expect?
He threatened to Happy Kai. You threatened to stab me with your pocket knife that was in your trunks. That's why I went down that night. It wasn't because he didn't out wrestle me at all in that match. If you watch it back, I didn't get out wrestled at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on from all that because it's
But I will be working like Jay. I love you, my cousin. I didn't mean any of the bad stuff I just said about you before. We will be working together to be so I get the belt and we will be Happy Guy. Anyway,
anyway. How did get because like I'm not obviously off camera, obviously I'm not really a part of management when it comes to Alpha, but I remember the names that they were bringing up, who was potentially that we might be looking at too. Like, did you reach out to Alpha, or did Alpha reach out to you? Because I actually have no idea how that happened.
I reached out to Alpha and I demanded they give me a match.
Mm.
Um, and obviously they watched the match.
Yeah, and you lost,
They saw me decimate the wrestler I was in the ring with.
which was Terry Shaw, and
Um,
he won.
I'm talking about the footage I sent them for them to book me on the show.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about energy. I was like, hang on, no.
No,
What do you mean you didn't win?
We don't talk about that. He's another one that threatened to stab me with a pocket knife. Um, but yeah, so sent them the footage, got the match, demanded the match. They gave it to me, and yeah, been there ever since.
Mm.
I missed the show today. Touch wood. So sweet
Yeah.
armpits.
No, but I got to admit from the get go, working with you at Alpha was it's been a highlight because like, and this is not for me being obviously we're doing a lot of stuff in character. I'm just gonna get out of character for a second.
Yeah,
Um, honestly, when it comes to people who I become close with, who I've become friends with in this business, you are easily, in that group, because like I think I don't know what it was when we first met because it was like I knew of you but didn't know much about you, and then literally from that first match and an interaction that we had in the back when we did the first interview where Jay was fucking sweaty as all hell when I went to go went to hit him and give him a handshake. I was like, fuck, these guys are fucking awesome. I can't believe it, and I'm very blessed in this aspect that I get to work with you on a regular basis, man. You know.
thank you,
You know,
thank you.
it
Yeah,
just it
we
just it's just that when it like I don't know where the where DPC the character and Nate Hunter came like where we just started to just play off each other like that. I don't know where they came from because I look back on it first. I like when did we really started to like sort of hate each other? Like literally, it went from being like oh just the color commentator slash backstage interviewer to all of a sudden full blown hatred, and I don't actually
yeah.
remember how it started. Do you?
Um, um,
Was
yeah.
it
So
something I said on
personally,
commentary?
personally, we get along very well. Like, I mean, we
Yeah.
have common interests in comic books, movies, TV, and all that. But
Mm.
professionally, like, you keep screwing me over
No, but what was it
with
that
contracts and such. I'm trying to actually think
I
of.
think it was maybe I said something on commentary
No,
from memory.
you GM'd. You GM'd. Who did I wrestle? You GM'd. So Happy wrestled Jay.
Yeah.
I went to go do the concerto and break that little pipsqueak QT
No, it
dude's
was
neck.
before. No, it was before that. But before that, they were like because that's when it really got big. But like the hatred between us on screen, like I can't remember where that started. I
It
think,
was then, because then you made the match. You made the
yeah.
match Jay and Happy or something, and then you said, "Get your hands off me, son," or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, no, but that wasn't the concerto. That was
Different. I don't know.
it was happy. It was happy. I'm just trying to remember exactly what happened on that thing. And I wasn't GM yet. I was I was guest GMing, but really because Mike was taken out.
Same thing.
Yeah. And that line, like for those who don't know, like he will still call me son every now and again, because it just brought out it just came out naturally, and
Yeah.
like normally as the character DPC I would never call somebody that, but as Daniel Paul Crow or Paul Crow in normal life I would say that. Fuck, don't know why I came
It
out of that,
works.
but
It
it
works.
fucking worked.
It works.
And now you spend all the time trying to get me to say it on camera. Like I will admit I tried to get it out last Saturday night, but I just like it just didn't resonate. I couldn't get it out and make it sound like it was going to be more believable. It felt like it was going to
No,
be forced.
it wasn't good, obviously, because things
Yeah,
were going
obviously.
away.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, Nate Hunter and Daniel Paul Crow have a bit of like a little not a father son, but like you know what I mean, like the teacher in the room telling the little shit.
Yeah,
I'm not a little shit, obviously. I'm a well behaved student. I don't know like where that's coming from, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say,
yeah,
like that. Trying to put me in my place. I don't know why you try to put me in my place. Like I'm a great person to everyone I interact with in that ring. Like I've never done anything wrong or unlawful in my life in that
mm.
ring. But yeah,
Can I want to tell a quick story because like this is how my like and this is where I've said this to a few people. I don't know if I actually said this to you as well. But I think you're a lot more wiser when it comes to a lot of people in the locker room because remember how we were doing the vignette of you calling me after I suspended you, right?
yes,
Originally the it was me going to be going off. sorry, not me going off. It was going to be me, saying, just what I was saying, and I was going to say, "Oh, yeah, sorry, love you" at the end, like a joke, just like, be a little play. We went back and forth for about maybe I want to say it was an hour, and
Mm,
you actually convinced me not to do it.
mm.
And it actually became, and you started actually like teaching me about the business and everything, and I actually had to think about like, fuck, I had to take this character more seriously. I'm like, fuck that like for somebody who hasn't been in the industry for that long to teach me something like that, that quick, fucking wise, man.
Shout out Relentless School of Pro Wrestling.
Mm,
But yeah, like yeah, so it's just it's yeah, it's believability, and like if if you've screwed me out of an opportunity, you're not going to be loving it. I've broken someone's neck
mm,
in a professional environment. You're not going to be saying I love you. You're going to be talking to me like I'm the kid in class that has just made the little girl cry. Because
yeah,
Happy Kai's a little girl. Um, Made the little girl cry type scenario. But yeah,
yeah. No, but it was really good. It really made me think, and thank you for that because it's changed the way I see how I play DPC.
anytime.
Um,
I gave you the do rag idea too. So
oh
everyone
fuck,
at Adrenaline, all everyone at Adrenaline that pays us ticket to see DPC, just know I told him to wear the do rag because he, the
All
people
right,
don't like him.
hang on.
He's a bit
Start
cheeky.
from the start. Don't start like don't
I
get
said he's
thanks.
a bit cheeky at Adrenaline, right? He's a bit of a cheeky boy there. You're a bit, I don't know what's in the water down in Seaford, but all of a sudden you start helping the crows cheat a little bit.
Yeah.
Shout out Crow Bro. But I said if you're bold, like you should wear the do rag, like hide the fact that you're bold, because like that's the whole point. Like you're carrying away from it. Yeah, that's like the point
Mm,
of the as a good guy, like you embrace it. As a bad guy, you carry away from it.
yeah.
So yeah, I told Andy. I remember looking at the Instagram stories. I remember seeing the Crow Bros wrestling, and what's Daniel wearing? A do rag.
So I said this. I said there was a good idea, but I didn't actually think I was actually gonna do it.
I was like,
And
no, do it. I'm like, please do it. Like, please. And it was I'm not gonna
you
lie,
egged me on. You egged me on for 2 weeks as well.
I
And
was
I was
kind of
like,
ribbing you. I was kind of ribbing you, but I was like, nah, it'll be good. Like, it won't be like it's not bad,
well,
and
all
it
right.
worked.
So it's hard to find a do rag, like just to go around and buy a do rag. So I'll tell you what happened on the day because I think I told you a little bit of the story, but I'll tell you the full story on this one. So on the day, sorry, the week before, I went looking and see if I could find one just in the shop. Can't find one, unless you go to a costume shop and everything. But they're fucking expensive, like 20, $30, right? And I was like, it came to show. And so I looked on Temu, I ordered it. The first version, because there are actually two versions of the do-rag that I had, the one that's the original and the one I currently wear now, which is a lot more comfortable, stays on my head.
Mhm.
And it got to the day of the show, hadn't fucking arrived yet. So I'm like, oh shit, So I go to the party shop near my work, and all they've got is a fucking pirate's hat that looks like a do-rag, but it's not. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it. It'll look funny anyway, and like I'll just have to use that. This is why I believe in God, because literally, in God's timing, I get a notification as I'm leaving work that the fucking package arrived. So I instead, and normally I have to, I go straight to the venue. I don't go home.
Yeah,
I took a 20-minute detour so I can get this do-rag. The do-rag looks so fucking dope. I was like, you know what, fuck this.
yeah.
So I just chucked the pirate hat into the garbage straight away, put it on, and never looked back. But
That's what friends are for.
no one knew that I was going to wear the do-rag, right? So I waited till probably, I want to say 20 minutes before we started the show, and I'm sitting at the comms desk looking at my phone, and I messaged you, and I said I got the do-rag, and you're like, oh no way,
I thought you
so
were joking. I thought you were like
no,
taking the piss out of me.
and then
I'll go on the Instagram to see if you actually put it on. And you put it on. I was like, no way. It's great.
no, but literally everyone's like, why is he wearing a do-rag? I was like, the fact that I'm bald again, and everyone just like fucking loved it. The next night, I get a message from like everybody who we work with, and going, "That's fucking dope. That's such a good look on you," and all that stuff. It's just like,
Because
yeah,
you don't want to look cool if you're a bad guy in wrestling. Like
mm,
you want to. I think that's where a lot of modern day wrestling, like a lot of like they don't want to look stupid. Where that's the whole point of being it's a disgusting word, but a heel. Bit of inside baseball for all you virgins watching. Um, you don't want to look cool. You want to make it, you want to be the fool. Your job is to make the good guy look good, and in turn, that's what keeps people coming back.
exactly. But the next night, I had to work at AOW, so I was doing ring crew for them and everything, and
AEW doesn't
literally,
have a ring. What do you mean ring
hmm?
crew? You help set up the.
No, but helping making the weapons and stuff like that,
Okay, yeah,
and move stuff.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it shouldn't be ring crew. It should be just stage crew. I'd probably say it would be the
yeah.
easiest way to say it, yeah. And literally, I can't remember who it was, but someone said, "Hey, did you bring the do rag?" I went, "Oh fuck," you know. And I was like, "Yeah, it's in my pocket," because hadn't changed it for the night before. And everyone just goes, "Oh, you should just fucking wear it for the whole night." I went, "Okay, whatever." And literally, as I'm wearing it all night, people are just sitting there having a good laugh. It's like, yeah, and I'm starting to embrace it. Wasn't until I started doing live comms with Robbie Parker as a joke, right, where someone actually saw us do it, that they took an Insta story. It was from one of the bands that were playing on the night, and they were just like, "Oh, this is incredibly awesome. These guys are doing live commentary, and the guy's wearing a do rag. How fucking hardcore is this?" And I just went, "You know what? This is over. I'm gonna keep doing it." I didn't want to keep doing it because I felt like an idiot. And
Yeah.
then once I saw that, and once I saw so many people actually were resenting to it, it was like, great. I'm gonna keep this going. And then eventually someone, I think it was, and I don't like giving him credit, but I have to give him credit on this one. EVO was the one who said to me, "Oh, Daniel Paul Crow, more like Durag Paul Crow." I'm like, yeah, that's my new name. That's
That's
what this
it.
character's going to be called, Durag Paul Crow. And then, yeah, I never looked back. And we have this moron to thank for that. But I have to admit though, great psychology, and it's something that I have embraced, even though I think the character is so stupid, right? But I love playing that character because it's
That's it.
completely opposite to what I do at Alpha. What I do at MXW, it's great. And I love having the fact that I can be different characters in other companies. It's great.
That's it. And I bet
Mm.
a lot of girls DM'd you that night after AOW. All those drunk women in the bar. They were all coming up to you, wanting a piece of that do rag. Am I
Oh,
right?
there was a couple. Like in all honesty, there was a couple, but
Oh
it
yeah.
wasn't for the reason that you're talking about. Just like, oh, where can I get that? They're all saying the same thing. Where can I get that do rag? I'm like, oh, fucking
It's
Timbo.
hilarious.
um, what is your end game for 2025? Because obviously 2024, you had an amazing year with working with several companies. Relentless, Alpha, Ozpro.
Yep.
Did you
Brainbuster,
get damn Brainbuster?
Brainbuster MX,
Did you do
MXW.
MSW?
I did.
Yep.
Brainbuster, MXW. Um, Probably forgetting some. I don't know.
I feel like there's one more. Just trying to think. Is it?
I don't know.
Because you didn't work at Adrenaline, did you? Because like I remember
No, I did.
there was time you were going to, but it hasn't
I
come up
was
yet.
yeah. I was going to do a FWA. That's what I did. FWA.
That's it. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
I was going to do adrenaline, but I was in Sydney like the night before when the adrenaline,
Mm.
and I was meant to be in the adrenaline rumble. So
Oh, right.
everyone in adrenaline pretty much got off scot free in that rumble because if I was there, I would have won. Um, so Jason Crash has me to thank for winning that rumble. Um, but yeah, you know, yeah. So my end game. What was your question? My end
What's
game.
your end game for 2025? Where do you see yourself doing? Ask what are you
Um,
doing?
Obviously wrestle as much as I can. I'm not gonna get better at this sport if I'm sitting on my couch playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So get out there as much as possible. Get the reps in, um, and wrestle in either Thornbury Theatre or Northcote Theatre by the end of the year. That's a big goal of mine.
Because you haven't worked down Renegade yet, have you?
Renegades or MCW. So
Mm.
that's a goal of mine. Um, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Just and get jacked and get
Hmm?
jacked. Like I'm already a physical
You're
specimen,
already jacked, but you wouldn't get more
but
jacked.
I just yeah, I want to look like a god. Like I'm a wrestling god, but I want to also look like a god too.
All
So
right, Randy Orton. Um, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is what I have to deal with on a monthly basis with him. Sometimes on a daily basis when we talk, talk a lot of shit
If I,
on it.
if I see this guy twice in the weekend, it's over, man. It's over. He sees me coming. He sees me in Geelong,
I don't want
Geelong
to see you
Town
coming.
Hall. I don't know if he knew I was booked. And he's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm here to annoy you. That's why I took the booking."
Hang on, did you do that Brainbuster event when they did the beach light the other week?
No,
Oh, because that's why like, oh, if you need to get a tan, that would have been great for you.
yeah, I was unavailable for that
Ah,
show. So pretty much everyone at Brandbuster that was wrestling on the beach are lucky that I
got
wasn't there.
sunburnt.
I would have beaten them all and made them all look silly. Um, but yeah, I've got Brainbuster coming out February the 8th.
Mm. All right, well that will be in the description because Brainbuster somebody who we promote on this show. Um, yeah. Now
Yeah.
time to ask the staple question here. What if it's cool? What is something that you find cool that nobody else does?
What is something that I find cool that nobody else does?
Yeah, so what's niche for you?
What's niche? Hmm. I would have to
One
say,
because because the one thing I'm looking at the background of
yeah.
yours, right? And I'm just like total fucking
He wants
hipster
me
that
to
you
say it.
are.
I'll do it. I'll
No,
do
no,
it.
no, 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 no. We already know that,
What
but
I
like
what I find cool that nobody else
Your
does.
Pulp Fiction posted, like you're such a hipster having that on there.
It's great. It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
My favorite, one of my favorite, Pulp Fiction and Goodfellas, like tied.
No, no, Goodfellas is so much better film. But
Yeah,
that
it
we can
low
talk about.
key is just Pulp Fiction. Just like it's so quotable. Like you know what I mean? Like you know those quotes and you can just bust them out. Anyway,
No, I
um,
can't. I can't with Pulp Fiction. Like I watched
I
it
was
and
I was
it's
always
not
that
as
kid at
good as what
school
people think
though.
it is.
I was always that kid at school that would like bust out a random wrestling quote or a random Pulp Fiction quote. 'Cause it's just
All right. Okay.
you know
That's fair.
I like that movie. It's got
Mm.
nostalgia. But yeah, something I find I've got a rather extensive um, comic book wrestling action figure, um, comic book action figure collection.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what I find cool that nobody else does, and you can give me shit for it, but at the end of the day, I get more play with the ladies than all of you wrestling fans combined. So it doesn't really matter what you think.
I'm
Um,
just curious because what on your bed stool there? Or is it a bed stool? Like, is that a signed photo that's with the comics or what?
oh, that yeah, I think it's Gangrel.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Gangrel.
Oh yeah, because you did
Yeah,
Starcast.
yeah. Got the good old trophy laying around still. My Alfie. Surprised you didn't rig that one. Like you rig everything else that I'm in at Alpha. But yeah, exciting year coming up.
It's always fun to have you on any show that I work on. Um, we have to finally get you working on this actual show since you are
Oh,
a part
the
of it.
blue team. Yes, the
Yeah,
blue
blue
team.
team.
I'm always unavailable, but I will be there one day.
Well, we've
Um,
got to do
just please, Daniel, just do me a favor. Just please don't make my brain hurt. Don't say anything outlandish or anything that's gonna make me have to give you my strong opinion if I come on the show one day.
Oh
Okay,
my God. You and Richard are
Richard.
going to be the best of friends.
He sounds like a dick to me.
Huh?
He
He
sounds
sounds
like a
like a dick. Yeah,
yeah.
he's a dick. No, but I reckon you two are going to gang up on me, and because Tass and Pete do gang up on me sometimes, but
Tell Tass
I
and
reckon it's
Pete.
gonna be. I reckon it's gonna be a three way, but I've got no partner.
Tell Tass and Pete to behave, okay? Because I might have to give him a talking to on that show, especially Pete. He's dangerous, but you know.
He's got a lot of fun facts that Texan right there.
Yeah.
No, but we are going to be doing
Oh,
a.
what you did you just call Pete Texan?
Yeah,
He's asking.
it's still a running joke.
I don't know. Texas
I
Pete's
should
a
stop it.
scary. He's a scary guy. You shouldn't call him Texas. You might drop
Yeah,
him.
I know.
Yeah.
But you remember at the Halloween Alpha's Halloween special? You remember he was actually meant to come back as Texas Pete in that Rumble, right?
That would have been amazing. And
I
he
know,
should,
and then
and he should
and
have
I was like,
because he's a heel and you're meant to look like it would have been great. Anyway, yeah.
yeah,
I came out as Magic Mike and all the ladies loved me and they loved my physique and Josh Red like I think Josh Redfield was impressed himself and I think everyone in the crowd was impressed at my beautiful physique when
it
I
was great. It
yeah
was
I
really
looked
good what you
beautiful
did.
didn't I I looked amazing with my red hat, them Channing Tatum jeans, and I looked better than Channing Tatum, if you ask me. What do you think, Daniel?
Don't make me answer this question. Um, no, I can't wait. I can't wait to do more stuff with you. Not just in wrestling, but obviously on this show. But seeing where you're coming up in the ranks in wrestling as well. I can't wait to see what's next for you, man. Where can the audience find you on all your socials?
At Nate Hunter Pro on X or Twitter as they call it, and Instagram. Those are my two social media platforms I use to promote my stuff. I'll be at the Mayhem Showcase. I'll be there next Friday, and then I'm at
which will be yeah, no, actually, which will be this Friday when this episode comes out.
Yeah, so this Friday when the episode comes out, for you virgins that are watching this pedantically and meticulously, it'll be that. Then I've got Lucha Fantastica on the Saturday.
Oh, but that's the other one. That's the one we're missing because you work there.
No,
right?
I've never. So it's my first booking with Lucha Fantastica.
Oh, okay.
I'm wrestling there for the first time in Castlemaine. So I'm excited to do that.
Are you as Nate Hunter, or are you going to be a different character?
A different character. You don't play your character. So I'm excited to see what they get to see what I get. I've got that, and then I've got Brainbuster, and then obviously I'm on every Alpha show because I'm the best thing going on that show. Like, let's face it, like people pay a ticket to see me on that thing. And yeah, what else is coming up? I don't know, something. I think the Mayhem Mania also, doing Mayhem Mania, and there's probably more things popping up as well.
Yeah. Well,
I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. You scumbags can't get rid of me. None of you wrestling fans can get rid of Australian wrestling's fastest rising star. Best thing going under 25, baby. Best thing under 25.
The MGF of Australian wrestling, everybody. Well,
MJF is the Nate Hunter. MJF is the Nate Hunter of American wrestling. How about that?
Again, this is what I have to. This is what I have to deal with on a regular basis.
All right, wrap it up, Daniel.
All right. Well, Nate, I can't wait to see what's next for you, man. Love you.
Hate you too.
Yeah. With that being said, fuck you. With that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. Want more from What If It's Cool? Make sure to check out the YouTube channel. We can find a live, not the live, but you can find the video version of this podcast as well as some interesting bits there. And don't forget to follow What If It's Cool on all socials. It can be found at What If It's Cool. Keep that support coming. And if you want to support this show for as little as $5 a month, you can support us on Patreon. There's higher tiers where you get access to earlier episodes, but also hit your names in the credits, just like these people. And until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Nate Hunter's a Virgin. Peace.
What do you think the last word in that? That was fun.